Remember when holiday tables sparkled with bold, elegant dishes? Today, we're rediscovering festive classics, from lavish seafood spreads to nostalgic canapés that once defined the spirit of Christmas gatherings. Oysters Rockefeller. Do you remember when Oysters Rockefeller was the crown jewel of holiday tables? This indulgent dish, baked with a rich blend of butter, spinach, herbs, and a touch of breadcrumbs, epitomized luxury in the early 1900s. Created to dazzle high society diners, Oysters Rockefeller brought an air of sophistication to holiday gatherings, where guests were welcomed by the aroma of these decadent oysters sizzling to perfection. Imagine gilded dining halls, glittering candlelight, and tables adorned with ornate silver platters holding rows of golden-baked oysters. This was not just an appetizer, but a statement of opulence, a sign of holiday feasts designed to impress. Over time, as tastes leaned toward lighter fare, the popularity of this opulent dish faded, and it became a rare treat reserved for special occasions. Today, Oysters Rockefeller stands as a nostalgic symbol, reminding us of an era when Christmas dining embraced rich, complex flavors to celebrate in style. Lobster Thermidor. What about lobster thermidor? This decadent, French-inspired dish was the ultimate showstopper at mid-century holiday gatherings, cherished for its rich, creamy sauce infused with cheese, mustard, and cognac. Each lobster shell was filled with tender meat, blanketed in this luxurious blend, then baked until golden and bubbly. It was a statement piece, a dish that transformed a holiday meal into a lavish affair. Imagine guests gathered around a table, indulging in the creamy, flavorful bites served straight from the shell, a true celebration of elegance and abundance. But as tastes shifted to lighter, more accessible seafood options, lobster thermidor gradually lost its place in the holiday lineup, replaced by simpler, more shareable choices. Today, it serves as a reminder of a time when festive dining meant sparing no expense. And as one seafood classic fell out of favor, another began to rise. Enter the bold, towering presentation of shrimp cocktail towers. Shrimp cocktail towers. Have you ever been to a holiday party with a towering shrimp cocktail display? In the 1960s through the 1980s, this extravagant appetizer was a must-have centerpiece for any festive gathering. Imagine layers of perfectly chilled shrimp stacked high with tangy cocktail sauce and vibrant lemon wedges nestled among the icy tiers. The dramatic presentation invited guests to reach for the pink, succulent shrimp while chatting over holiday cheer. It wasn't just food, it was a spectacle, a celebration of the season's abundance and elegance. But as the decades passed, these towering displays gradually disappeared, replaced by simpler, laid-back platters that suited a more casual style of entertaining. The decline of the shrimp tower mirrors a shift in holiday hosting trends, from grandiose presentations to relaxed, easy-to-share options. Does this appetizer bring back any festive memories? Aspic molds. Few dishes capture the charm of retro holiday cuisine quite like the aspic mold. These shimmering gelatin-based creations, packed with colorful layers of meats, vegetables, or seafood, were a true mark of culinary artistry from the 1920s through the 1960s. Imagine a holiday table set in a vibrant dining room, with an aspic mold as the proud centerpiece, each layer glistening under the candlelight. Hosts would spend hours perfecting these elaborate jewel-toned molds, aiming to impress guests with both flavor and visual appeal. But as simpler, more straightforward flavors gained popularity, these intricate gelatin molds began to lose their place on holiday tables, gradually viewed as more of a quirky, nostalgic curiosity than a festive staple. Today, aspic molds stand as reminders of a time when presentation was just as important as taste. And as gelatin dishes faded, another unique, visually playful favorite emerged: the sweet and savory delight of the pineapple cheese ball. Pineapple cheese balls. Do you remember the festive pineapple-studded cheese ball gracing holiday tables in the 1970s? This quirky yet beloved appetizer was a true crowd pleaser, blending cream cheese, crushed pineapple, and chopped nuts to create a sweet and savory delight. Rolled in more nuts for a crunchy coating, it was as eye-catching as it was flavorful, bringing a playful twist to the appetizer spread. The pineapple cheese ball was often the centerpiece of the snack table, its vibrant combination of flavors and textures intriguing guests who gathered around to chat and nibble. While today's holiday tables lean toward refined cheese boards with artisanal cheeses and fresh fruit, the pineapple cheese ball holds a nostalgic place in the hearts of those who remember it. It recalls a time when bright, bold flavors reigned supreme, adding a touch of fun to holiday gatherings. Have you ever tasted this sweet and savory holiday relic? Or perhaps a heartier classic like bacon-wrapped liver was more to your taste? Bacon-wrapped liver. In years past, bacon-wrapped liver was a cherished holiday appetizer, perfect for guests who appreciated bold, robust flavors. This dish combined the crispy, smoky goodness of bacon with the tender, earthy taste of liver, creating a bite-sized treat that felt indulgent and festive. Often served hot and fresh from the oven, these savory bites brought a rich aroma to holiday tables, signaling the season's celebrations were in full swing. Each piece was a small delight, satisfying the taste buds with a hearty blend of textures and flavors, a true holiday treat for the adventurous palate. However, as tastes began shifting toward lighter fare and less intense flavors, bacon-wrapped liver gradually disappeared from festive spreads. Today, it serves as a nostalgic reminder of a time when strong flavors and daring choices were at the forefront of holiday gatherings. And as one savory classic faded, another quirky creation rose to prominence, the vibrant jellied tradition of tomato aspic. Tomato aspic. Imagine a glistening, bright red mold of tomato aspic, garnished with celery sticks or a few shrimp. This unusual yet elegant appetizer was once a holiday showpiece. Popular from the 1920s through the 1960s, especially in the southern U.S., tomato aspic combined tomato juice, gelatin, and spices, creating a tangy, savory flavor that brought a vibrant splash of color to festive tables. Hosts would proudly display this bold dish, and guests were often intrigued by the unique mix of flavors and textures. It was a conversation starter, an appetizer that stood out for its creativity and daring. Yet, as tastes evolved and gelatin-based dishes lost their appeal, tomato aspic gradually disappeared from holiday spreads. Today, it serves as a nostalgic reminder of a time when holiday tables embraced bold, colorful dishes that delighted and surprised guests. Would you bring this festive dish back to modern holiday spreads? Or perhaps something like deviled ham canapes is more your style? Deviled ham canapes. Deviled ham canapes were a staple of 1950s holiday gatherings, bringing a touch of spice and simplicity to festive tables. These bite-sized snacks featured small rounds of bread topped with a generous smear of deviled ham, often finished with a garnish of olives or pickles for an extra pop of flavor. Perfectly savory and satisfying, they offered a quick and easy solution for hosts looking to feed a crowd with minimal fuss. Guests loved the bold, tangy taste, which paired well with cocktails and encouraged lively conversations around the table. Over the years, as tastes shifted toward fresher, artisanal options, deviled ham canapes became a rare sight at holiday parties, yet they still evoke the charm of mid-century gatherings, a time when simplicity and bold flavors ruled the appetizer spread. And for those who appreciated the salty, savory flavors of the era, another favorite often appeared on these tables: smoked oysters and clams, ready to tempt adventurous palates. Smoked oysters and clams. For those with a taste for the sea, smoked oysters and clams were once a luxurious staple of Christmas gatherings. In the 1950s, when refrigeration and long-distance shipping were transforming the American pantry, these smoky, briny delicacies brought an element of sophistication to holiday spreads. Arranged on a plate with crisp crackers and perhaps a lemon wedge for garnish, smoked oysters and clams provided a rich, savory experience that was both convenient and indulgent. Straight from the can, they were simple to serve and instantly elevated the appetizer selection, making them a favorite for hosts who wanted to impress without too much fuss. Today, fresh seafood tends to dominate holiday tables, but for those who remember, smoked shellfish holds a unique nostalgia, a flavor tied to memories of intimate gatherings, where guests would mingle around trays of these salty treats, sharing laughter and holiday cheer over the distinctive taste of the sea. Caviar blinis. Caviar blinis, delicate little pancakes topped with a dollop of sour cream and a spoonful of caviar, were once a symbol of holiday sophistication. Inspired by Russian cuisine, This luxurious appetizer brought a touch of international flair to Christmas gatherings, offering a rich and briny taste that appealed to refined palates. Served on silver trays, these bite-sized treats were the epitome of elegance, aimed to impress and dazzle guests with their upscale appeal. Hosts would proudly set out caviar blinis, adding a sense of indulgence to holiday feasts and making each bite feel like a small celebration. Today, while caviar blinis still make appearances at upscale events, they're rarely seen on family tables, replaced by more accessible, casual options. Yet, they remain a nostalgic reminder of an era when holiday entertaining meant sparing no expense for the sake of elegance. And for those craving bold flavors, another classic from the past awaits. Enter the salty, savory punch of anchovy rolls. Anchovy rolls. Anchovy rolls were the quintessential bold appetizer of mid-century holiday gatherings, a perfect match for guests with adventurous palates. Popular in the 1950s and 60s, these savory bites combined the intense, salty flavor of anchovies with the smooth richness of buttery bread. Rolled up tightly, they created a snack that was both satisfying and packed with flavor. Often served warm, these little rolls were an unexpected treat that added a touch of daring to the holiday table, standing out among the more familiar options with their distinctive, robust taste. While anchovies may no longer be a crowd favorite, anchovy rolls evoke fond memories for those who recall the spirit of experimentation that defined mid-century gatherings. They remind us of a time when holiday appetizers embraced bolder, less conventional flavors, bringing a sense of excitement to the table. Would you be tempted to bring this vintage treat back to your holiday spread? Ham and pickle pinwheels. Ham and pickle pinwheels were a vibrant, playful addition to holiday tables in the 1950s and 60s, bringing both color and flavor to the festive spread. Made by spreading cream cheese over slices of ham, placing a pickle in the center, and rolling it all up before slicing, these bite-sized treats were as easy to make as they were delightful to eat. Their contrasting flavors, salty ham, tangy pickle, and creamy cheese, came together in a way that pleased guests of all ages, adding a casual, cheerful note to holiday gatherings. Hosts loved them for their simplicity, as they could be made in large quantities with minimal effort, perfect for bustling holiday kitchens. Though rarely seen today, ham and pickle pinwheels recall an era of carefree, crowd-pleasing holiday fare that encouraged guests to nibble and mingle. And for those craving a bit more elegance, another retro holiday favorite is waiting in the wings, the delicate, creamy charm of salmon mousse. Salmon mousse. Salmon mousse, with its smooth, creamy texture and delicate seafood flavor, was a hallmark of elegant holiday gatherings in the mid-20th century. Often crafted in elaborate molds, think festive fish shapes or seasonal designs, it added a touch of artistry to the appetizer table. Made by blending fresh or smoked salmon with cream cheese, lemon juice, and herbs, the mousse was then chilled until firm, resulting in a refined dish that was both visually striking and delicious. Hosts took pride in presenting salmon mousse, as its vibrant pink hue and luxurious taste set the tone for a sophisticated holiday spread. Though it has largely faded from modern tables, salmon mousse remains a nostalgic favorite for those who remember the time and care that went into holiday entertaining. Each bite recalls an era when presentation was key, and guests were treated to flavors as impressive as the decor. Would you bring this elegant classic back to your holiday table? Liver pâté. In the 1950s and 60s, liver pâté was the epitome of holiday luxury, bringing a touch of sophistication to seasonal gatherings. Made from finely blended liver with spices and sometimes a dash of brandy, this creamy, spreadable delicacy was a treat that signaled a special occasion. Paired with crackers or toast points, liver pâté offered a smooth, rich flavor that complemented festive cocktails and wines. Hosts often prepared or sourced the best pâté they could find, ensuring their holiday spread had that refined touch. It was a dish that encouraged guests to linger, savoring each bite while chatting and toasting to the season. Though it has largely disappeared from modern tables in favor of lighter, more casual fare, liver pâté still brings back memories of carefully planned parties where each detail was meant to impress. For many, it recalls the warmth of mid-century gatherings, where elegance and festive cheer were always on the menu. Cheese and olive picks. Cheese and olive picks were the definition of simple yet satisfying holiday appetizers in the 1950s. These vibrant, bite-sized skewers featured cubes of cheddar or Swiss cheese paired with green or black olives, all speared onto colorful toothpicks for easy snacking. Arranged on a festive platter, they added pops of color and flavor to the holiday spread, inviting guests to grab one or a few as they mingled. Hosts loved them because they required minimal preparation, yet made the table feel cheerful and festive, embodying the effortless charm of mid-century holiday gatherings. While modern holiday tables may favor elaborate cheese boards with artisanal selections, cheese and olive picks hold a nostalgic charm, recalling a time when the focus was on straightforward flavors and casual elegance. For those who remember these skewers, they bring back memories of easy laughter and festive gatherings. And for the more adventurous palates of the era, another treat awaited: the distinctively rich and smoky flavors of smoked eel. Smoked eel. Have you ever tried smoked eel at a holiday gathering? This European delicacy brought an exotic flair to mid-century tables, especially in homes that embraced bold, adventurous flavors. Known for its rich, smoky taste and tender texture, smoked eel was often served with thin slices of toast or crackers, offering a refined appetizer that stood out from the usual holiday fare. Its robust flavor and smooth mouthfeel made it a memorable dish, and guests who appreciated distinct tastes were delighted by its presence on the table. In an era when holiday entertaining meant introducing guests to something special, smoked eel provided an air of sophistication and international flair, especially popular among those with European heritage. While it has since been replaced by more universally popular seafood, smoked eel remains a nostalgic favorite for some, a reminder of times when holiday tables celebrated daring choices and the joy of trying something a little out of the ordinary. Cranberry meatballs. Cranberry meatballs were a beloved staple at holiday parties, combining sweet and savory flavors that made them an instant hit with guests. These bite-sized meatballs simmered in a tangy cranberry sauce, with their rich, deep red glaze complementing the seasonal decor. Hosts appreciated their simplicity, as they were easy to prepare and served warm in a chafing dish or crock pot, ready for guests to enjoy throughout the evening. The sauce, a blend of tart cranberries and a hint of brown sugar, created a delightful contrast to the savory meat, resulting in a comforting flavor that embodied holiday warmth. Though they've largely faded from modern tables as new appetizers gained popularity, cranberry meatballs remain a nostalgic favorite. They evoke memories of simpler holiday gatherings where traditional flavors and easy-to-share dishes brought everyone together, reminding us of the charm of classic, crowd-pleasing holiday fare. Eggnog dip. Eggnog dip was a playful, festive treat that brought the beloved flavors of holiday eggnog into a creamy, dippable form. Popular in the 1970s, this sweet dip was made with a blend of cream cheese, whipped topping, and a dash of eggnog or nutmeg, creating a smooth, indulgent texture with a hint of holiday spice. Served with cookies, gingerbread, or fresh fruit, it offered a creative twist on the classic Christmas beverage, making it an instant hit at holiday gatherings. Guests enjoyed the novelty of dipping treats into this rich, eggnog-flavored concoction, which added a touch of whimsy to dessert tables. While today's holiday parties often favor traditional desserts, eggnog dip remains a nostalgic reminder of a time when seasonal flavors took on fun, unexpected forms, adding a unique touch to celebrations. Would you bring back this retro dip to add a bit of holiday flair to your next gathering? Sausage-stuffed mushrooms. Remember the comforting aroma of sausage-stuffed mushrooms wafting through holiday gatherings in the 80s and 90s? These warm, hearty appetizers were a crowd favorite, offering a delicious combination of earthy mushrooms filled with a savory blend of sausage, breadcrumbs, herbs, and cheese. They were easy to prepare and even easier to enjoy, making them a go-to dish for busy holiday hosts who wanted to impress without too much fuss. Served hot from the oven, each mushroom was a flavorful bite, combining textures and rich flavors that paired perfectly with festive drinks and good company. Over time, as lighter and more modern appetizers gained popularity, sausage-stuffed mushrooms gradually disappeared from holiday spreads. However, they're fondly remembered by those who grew up with them, recalling gatherings where these tasty bites were always the first to disappear from the table. Sweet and sour cocktail wieners. Sweet and sour cocktail wieners were a beloved holiday party staple in the 1970s and 80s, adding a burst of flavor and a touch of retro charm to any gathering. These bite-sized sausages, simmered in a tangy, sweet sauce made from ingredients like grape jelly and mustard or barbecue sauce, offered a unique flavor combination that was both satisfying and addictive. Hosts loved them for their simplicity. They could be prepared in one pot and kept warm throughout the party, making them ideal finger food as guests mingled and celebrated. The bright, tangy taste of these cocktail wieners paired perfectly with the holiday spirit, bringing a playful touch to the appetizer table. Though today's holiday spreads feature more modern snacks, these tiny sausages still bring back memories of vintage holiday gatherings filled with laughter and festive cheer. For those who enjoyed savory bites, another holiday classic was always close by: the comforting, crowd-pleasing Swedish meatballs. Swedish meatballs. Swedish meatballs were once a cherished staple of mid-century Christmas gatherings, bringing warmth and comfort to holiday tables. These bite-sized meatballs, seasoned with nutmeg and allspice, were simmered in a creamy, velvety gravy that made them irresistibly cozy and satisfying. Served in a large, steaming dish, they were the perfect addition to festive buffets, inviting guests to grab a spoonful and savor the rich, homey flavors. Hosts loved them for their simplicity and heartiness, as they could be prepared in advance and kept warm, ensuring everyone had a taste of something truly comforting. Over the years, as holiday menus expanded to include lighter fare and more diverse appetizers, Swedish meatballs gradually became less common. Yet, they continue to evoke the warmth of mid-century gatherings, a time when holiday entertaining meant filling the table with crowd-pleasing, familiar dishes that brought people together. Who wouldn't want a taste of this nostalgic favorite at a holiday party today? Spinach and artichoke dip. Spinach and artichoke dip was the ultimate holiday party sensation in the 1980s, delivering a creamy, savory blend of spinach, artichokes, cheese, and a touch of garlic that quickly made it a crowd favorite. Served warm with an assortment of crackers or slices of crusty bread, this dip provided a cozy, comforting experience that guests eagerly scooped up. Its rich, layered flavors made it perfect for cold winter gatherings, where warm, indulgent appetizers took center stage, filling homes with the inviting scent of melting cheese and spices. Though spinach and artichoke dip remains popular, it's no longer the holiday must-have it once was, with lighter options often taking its place. Yet it still brings back memories of festive gatherings where rich, creamy dishes encouraged everyone to relax and savor the season. But for those looking to add a bit of tradition and perhaps something unexpected, there's one appetizer that can't be forgotten: the bold, briny bite of pickled herring. Pickled herring. Pickled herring was once a cherished holiday tradition, especially in Scandinavian and European households, where its tangy, briny flavor brought a taste of heritage to the table. This distinctive dish, made by curing herring in a mixture of vinegar, sugar, onions, and spices, was often served alongside rye bread or crackers, adding a zesty contrast to the richer flavors of the holiday spread. In homes where family traditions were closely held, pickled herring was more than just an appetizer. It was a reminder of cultural roots and ancestral celebrations, bringing generations together over its unique taste. Though less common on modern tables, pickled herring remains a nostalgic favorite for those who grew up with its presence at holiday gatherings. Each bite recalls a time when preserving food was an art, and holiday feasts celebrated the flavors of the past. For many, pickled herring serves as a flavorful connection to cherished memories and family traditions that continue to resonate today. Lamb's tongue. Have you ever heard of lamb's tongue as a holiday delicacy? This unique dish was once a prized addition to upscale Christmas spreads, especially for hosts who embraced adventurous flavors and textures. Served cold and sliced thin, lamb's tongue brought a tender, mild flavor that paired beautifully with pickles or a tangy mustard sauce. Arranged on a festive platter, it added a sophisticated, old-world charm to the holiday table, inviting guests to sample a delicacy that was both rare and refined. While it may sound unusual to modern palates, lamb's tongue was considered a treat for those who appreciated a more traditional approach to holiday feasting. This dish reflected a time when holiday spreads showcased a wide array of flavors, many of which highlighted culinary traditions that have since faded. Today, lamb's tongue serves as a nostalgic reminder of vintage holiday feasts where adventurous tastes and unique offerings were embraced wholeheartedly. Chicken liver toasts. Chicken liver toasts were the epitome of sophistication at holiday gatherings in the 1950s, bringing a luxurious, velvety texture and rich flavor to festive spreads. Made from a smooth, seasoned chicken liver mousse, often whipped with a touch of brandy or herbs, this spread was served atop thin slices of toasted baguette. The combination of the crispy toast and creamy mousse created an appetizer that felt indulgent, perfect for holiday parties where every bite was meant to impress. Hosts took pride in preparing this classic appetizer, knowing it added a touch of elegance that guests would savor. While today's holiday tables often lean toward lighter fare, chicken liver toasts hold a nostalgic charm for those who remember their bold, savory taste. These toasts evoke memories of mid-century holiday parties, where each carefully crafted bite symbolized the warmth and sophistication of the season, and guests gathered around to enjoy flavors that celebrated richness and refinement. Sardine and cream cheese spread. The sardine and cream cheese spread was a holiday staple in mid-century gatherings, bringing a bold, briny flavor that stood out among other appetizers. This simple, savory dish was made by blending sardines with cream cheese, a splash of lemon, and a hint of herbs or onion, creating a creamy yet tangy spread perfect for pairing with crackers or toast. Loved for its ease and affordability, it was a quick fix that still delivered a memorable taste, ideal for hosts looking to add a unique touch to their holiday table. The distinct, salty flavor of sardines, balanced with the smoothness of cream cheese, provided a flavor experience that was both nostalgic and satisfying. Though it has been replaced by milder spreads today, sardine and cream cheese remains a reminder of a time when holiday appetizers embraced bold, adventurous flavors. And for a more elegant seafood option, prawn cocktails offered a refreshing, timeless choice. Prawn cocktails. Prawn cocktails were the height of elegance in holiday entertaining during the 1970s and 80s, adding a touch of sophistication to Christmas tables. Served in martini or parfait glasses, each cocktail featured plump, chilled prawns arranged neatly around a dollop of zesty cocktail sauce. The presentation, often garnished with a wedge of lemon and a sprig of parsley, made guests feel like they were at an upscale event, even in the comfort of a family gathering. The tangy, slightly spicy sauce complemented the sweetness of the prawns, creating a memorable flavor that was both refreshing and indulgent. Although more varied seafood platters and sushi options have replaced prawn cocktails at many modern gatherings, this classic still evokes a nostalgic glamour, bringing back memories of festive tables adorned with chic, eye-catching appetizers. Would you bring back this retro seafood favorite to add a dash of elegance to your next holiday celebration? Stuffed celery stalks. Remember the simple delight of stuffed celery stalks on holiday tables in the 50s and 60s? These crisp, refreshing snacks were a colorful addition to the spread, offering a light yet satisfying bite amid richer holiday fare. Filled with either smooth cream cheese mixed with chives or sweet peanut butter, stuffed celery provided a playful contrast of flavors and textures. Arranged on festive platters, these green, crunchy stalks added a pop of color and a wholesome touch to the holiday buffet, making them a popular choice for both kids and adults alike. Hosts loved their ease of preparation. Just a quick spread and a sprinkle of paprika or chopped nuts transformed simple celery into a nostalgic favorite. Those stuffed celery stalks are now a rare sight. They remind us of a time when uncomplicated, flavorful snacks were all it took to create a festive holiday table. Would you add these retro bites to your holiday spread? Marinated vegetable platters. Marinated vegetable platters were once a holiday favorite, bringing a vibrant, tangy element to festive spreads. Featuring a colorful assortment of vegetables like artichokes, mushrooms, peppers, and olives, each piece was marinated in a blend of vinegar, herbs, and spices, creating bold flavors that added depth to the appetizer table. This refreshing dish offered a delightful contrast to the richer, heavier foods often served at holiday gatherings, allowing guests to enjoy something light and zesty in between heartier bites. Hosts appreciated these platters for their convenience, as the marinated vegetables could be prepared in advance, freeing up time on the busy day of celebration. Carefully arranged on decorative trays, The pickled and marinated veggies brought color and excitement to the holiday table, embodying the traditional art of preservation that once held an important place in holiday cooking. But this is not all. There's more to come. Corned beef canapés. Corned beef canapés were a beloved holiday appetizer in the 1950s and 60s, offering a savory bite that was both simple and satisfying. These small bites typically featured a slice of corned beef served on a cracker or round of bread, often topped with a dab of mustard or a slice of pickle for an added burst of flavor. The combination of the salty, tender beef with the tangy toppings created a delightful contrast that guests found hard to resist. Easy to prepare and serve, corned beef canapés were perfect for busy holiday hosts who wanted to provide tasty, crowd-pleasing bites without a lot of fuss. Although today's holiday spreads often feature more refined gourmet meats, these canapés evoke memories of a time when uncomplicated flavors and familiar ingredients were the highlight of the table. Corned beef canapés remind us of the charm of mid-century entertaining, where small, flavorful bites brought guests together in casual celebration. Cheese fondue. Cheese fondue was the ultimate symbol of retro holiday entertaining, bringing guests together around a bubbling pot of warm, gooey cheese. In the 1970s, no holiday party was complete without this communal experience, where skewers of crusty bread cubes, crisp veggies, and sometimes even fruits were dipped into the melted cheese, creating a rich, satisfying bite with every dip. The setup was perfect for casual gatherings, encouraging guests to linger, chat, and share in the joy of a simple yet indulgent treat. Fondue pots often became the focal point of the celebration, creating a cozy, interactive way for friends and family to enjoy the flavors of the season. Though cheese fondue has faded from modern holiday tables, it still evokes memories of close-knit gatherings and the warmth of shared holiday fun. For those who love nostalgic dips, another retro classic awaits: the sweet and savory delight of cream cheese and jelly dip. Cream cheese and jelly dip was a beloved holiday appetizer in the 1980s, bringing a perfect balance of creamy and sweet to festive gatherings. This simple yet delicious treat was made by placing a block of cream cheese on a plate and topping it with a generous layer of fruity jelly or spicy pepper jelly. Served with an assortment of crackers, it created a delightful contrast in flavors that guests found hard to resist. The smooth richness of the cream cheese, combined with the tangy sweetness of the jelly, offered a unique and satisfying bite. Hosts loved this dip for its quick preparation. It could be put together in minutes and still make a festive impression on the table. Although today's spreads have evolved into elaborate cheese and charcuterie boards, cream cheese and jelly dip remains a nostalgic reminder of simpler holiday gatherings. For many, it recalls warm memories of family, laughter, and effortless holiday cheer. Garlic cheese logs. Do you remember the bold, savory delight of garlic cheese logs at holiday gatherings in the 70s and 80s? These flavorful logs were similar to cheese balls but shaped for easy slicing, making them perfect for holiday spreads. Made with a blend of cream cheese, shredded cheddar, garlic, and herbs, the mixture was rolled into a log and often coated with chopped nuts or fresh parsley for added texture and flavor. The garlic provided a punchy taste that stood out among milder appetizers, inviting guests to spread slices onto crackers or bread for a satisfying snack. Garlic cheese logs were a favorite among hosts who wanted something simple yet delicious to serve, and they were a guaranteed hit for guests who craved bold flavors. Although they've largely been replaced by artisanal cheese selections, garlic cheese logs still hold a special place in holiday memories, evoking a time when festive tables brimmed with homemade, flavorful classics. Deviled tongue. Deviled tongue was once a daring yet beloved delicacy on mid-century holiday tables, offering a taste that intrigued guests who appreciated bold flavors. Prepared by cooking and slicing the tongue, then seasoning it with spices, mustard, and vinegar, this appetizer provided a unique, tangy bite that was both rich and satisfying. Often served cold and thinly sliced, deviled tongue was displayed on platters with garnishes, bringing an element of sophistication and adventure to festive gatherings. Hosts enjoyed presenting this delicacy, knowing it was an acquired taste that would impress guests with its distinctive preparation and bold flavor. While deviled tongue has faded from modern tables in favor of more familiar options, it remains a nostalgic reminder of a time when holiday entertaining embraced culinary variety and adventurous choices. We've now arrived at the final dish on our list, one you won't want to miss. It's a true classic that deserves your attention. Sardine canapés. Sardine canapés were a distinctive favorite at holiday gatherings in the 1950s, bringing a bold, briny flavor that made them stand out on the appetizer table. These simple yet flavorful bites featured sardines served on small crackers or rounds of bread, often finished with a squeeze of lemon juice or a sprinkle of herbs to brighten the taste. The rich, savory flavor of the sardines provided a satisfying contrast to milder holiday offerings, making them a hit among guests who enjoyed robust flavors. Hosts appreciated sardine canapés for their ease and affordability. Just a few ingredients were needed to create a memorable, crowd-pleasing snack. While sardine canapés have largely disappeared from today's holiday spreads, they remain a nostalgic reminder of a time when appetizers celebrated bolder, saltier flavors that invited guests to savor something a bit different. For those who remember them, sardine canapés recall festive gatherings full of laughter, unique tastes, and the charm of mid-century holiday entertaining. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic holiday journey. If you enjoyed these retro appetizers, like and subscribe and let us know in the comments which classic you'd bring back.